Hi you guys. I hope you guys can hear me well. Let's see if I can get this up a little higher. Um, some of you guys said that maybe there was a problem with hearing again. I have my microphone on. Um, I thought the audio was good in that last one, so maybe I don't know. I'm trying my microphone again. I am trying not to do edits on my computer with my videos because I think my computer, however it's identified, is picked up by algorithms by the YouTube machine. So that's why the audio might be affected as of recently, because I'm no longer doing it as much on my computer. So let's see how this goes. That was kind of cool, that last reading that I did, talking about all the karma that's set up for the next week, the next 2 weeks probably, because there's going to be a noticeable change in tone, especially with world governments worldwide. As Mars enters Capricorn, it's going to hit a bunch of eclipse points, especially with how the Saturn-Pluto conjunction behaves. Remember, that was on January 12th, and it's restructuring power everywhere globally. The one concern I do have about this Mars going into Capricorn is that Russia has their sun in the sign of Capricorn at 3 degrees Capricorn. They're going to be more aggressive, especially with the eclipses. We're going to see a different type of aggression from them. I'm not sure exactly what. And they have like probably 4 or 5 planets there in Capricorn, so they're going to get a big charge, a big surge. However, I don't know how Saturn-Pluto is going to behave, if this might be the turning point in Capricorn's demand for accountability for one's actions, because the universe will not accept garbage. So there's that. I also am thinking about the coronavirus, and that Saturn-Pluto conjunction that happened on January 12th sat right on top of the planet Jupiter for China. So Jupiter is a thing that expands things. But it's in Capricorn. Jupiter's in Capricorn, so there's a lot of restriction there with how things expand. They might like permeate structures, permeate governments, permeate establishments. But there's a big thing that gets magnified. Now, that Jupiter for China is also in the 12th house of hidden secrets, which in the horoscope that also rules the immune system. Then you have the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, and Pluto, which has to do with power, destruction, also rules over viruses and bacteria. Now we have Mars added to the combination, which is inflammation, irritation. So I don't know if we're going to see the coronavirus get more aggressive in the next 6 to 8 weeks. I just feel like this is something that is here for quite a while. Maybe come the springtime and then into the fall, late fall into winter next year, we might be able to get more of a grasp on it. But I just feel like there's too much there where it just really has established itself. It's got teeth. It's moving. It's on the move everywhere. So, which just now that we know where it's sitting in China's chart, it's one that attacks the immune system. It's just a good call for everyone, especially this winter right now, when we tend to be low, like on vitamin D, because the sun is in the southern hemisphere, to just really check what you're taking to boost your immune system, whether it's like your vitamin D, vitamin C, whether it's your probiotics, your fibers, because fibers, when you take your fiber, that traps toxins in the digestive tract. It traps garbage, and it just helps your body evacuate it quicker. So just some things to think about. I am not a doctor by any means. Those are just some things that come to my mind as we consider what's happening now that we have Mars headed into Capricorn. Also, Mars being the irritator, inflammation in Capricorn, which rules bones. So you guys out there, you know what to do if you have issues with bone health, calcium intake. Maybe revisit that and see what you might want to do about that, okay? And so I started to do the Tarotstrology to check in this quarter moon to see what the villains are up to, and they're up to no good, which is typical. You know, I see a lot of these same cards, these same players all over the place. However, there was a couple things where I was like, what? Why is this showing up? I just want to tell you the 4 people that I checked in with was, of course, Donald, Barr, or actually 5, Putin, Jared, and then the assistant attorney, the U.S. assistant attorneys, especially the ones out of D.C. And this is where things get interesting. Jared, the thing that's giving him life this week is the lovers. That's Donald and Trump. Their little go for Jared, what he's got to go do for them. Putin, stub, has a plan. He's got a plan here in Washington, D.C. And Bill behind bars is all in for the High Priestess. The High Priestess has to do with Russia's role in our elections. So it looks like it has stuff to do with elections. However, this is what I do not like. Let's start over here at the 6th house. Because now that Jared's a player, I really don't like this. When we look to the 6th house, over here, with public servants, investigations, intelligence, we've got Pluto and Saturn. Pluto, transformation, life, death. Jared has the death card here, public servants. Putin has the Page of Pentacles. Someone is getting paid to do someone's dirty work, and Bill Barr is trying to separate someone from doing something. Maybe separate a public worker from their job. The U.S. Assistant Attorney Generals in the 6th house, they have the government. I don't have a deck for them, but they have the government. So they're the ones who are doing the right thing. What I do not like, the U.S. Assistant Attorneys General, they in D.C., they have the death card in the 8th house, which death for me, around the time of the Republicans voting to acquit Donald, the death card was all over the place to end this impeachment inquiry. So it's showed up like that in a lot of times to end this or end that. Kill this investigation, kill that. It's also, of course, showed up as death. So the U.S. Attorney Generals, they have the death card in this sector, life, death, transformation, and shared resources. What I do not like in this area that has to do with one's identity, like you have the ascendant, which gives you life for this chart. The 1st house is who you are and your purpose. I am. Well, Donald has the Page of Wands, and then Bill Barr has the death card. So now over here we have Jared with the death card and a Page of Pentacles. We've got some pages going on, some people running some errands. Putin here in this 1st house had the government. And then in the 2nd house of income, he has the 7 of Swords, stealing money from USA. Again, he's always taking money from us. So Barr has the death card. The U.S. Assistant Attorneys General has the death card, and Jared has the death card. I do not like this because these 3 seem to be triangulating. And the 7 of Cups confusion now showed up in the 7th house of We the People. I don't like that combination, the 7 of Cups and death. There's usually I can't remember what the 3rd card is off the top of my head that's been associated with attacks, mass attacks. That card is missing. I just do not like this 7 of Cups. Putin has the 7 of Cups here hanging out with We the People. I just don't like that. So those are the things I wanted to show you. Donald's 6th house transformation. Oh, 6th house, public servants, investigations, intel agencies, public servants. He's got magic. So magically something's going to happen, probably, maybe getting some cases shut down again. That's what he's hoping. Usually he has his magic card up here crowning him, or over here in the area that has to do with votes. Magically he gets votes. So there's something going on with our public servants and the government, and killing something off, getting people to kill something off. I hope it's not another person, but just pay attention to that. This is above the horizon. This is above the horizon. So we should be able to see some of this. How they're working with each other beneath the horizon, we don't know. But there's going to be some confusion and something with endings and death in D.C. Death could be change. It could be ending something. It could be death. So Speaker Pelosi, I want to know what you and the FBI or our intelligence agencies know about our public servants, our U.S. attorneys generals in Washington, D.C. What do you know about their safety? What do you know about Russia's involvement? So now I got to narrow this down to one question. Speaker Pelosi, what do you know about the safety, about the attacks, about the changes? What do you know about the changes coming to the status of our public servants? What do you know about the safety status of our public servants? Speaker Pelosi, what do you know about the safety status of our public servants in Washington, D.C. with the FBI and CIA? What do you know? What can you share with me, please? We would like to know. Thank you. What do you know? Bribes, payouts. That is interesting. Jared's hidden enemy is bribes in the 12th house. She might know about his bribes. When it comes to safety and our public servants, that 6 of Pentacles is covered in what? No. See, I keep these cards in my deck now because it's extra emphasis. No. Covered, so the no what? It's covered in no what? No disappointment. 4 of Cups. No. So the 4 of Cups is usually the brute force, like the mafia. I'm going to do this to you. You're going to do this. The force. A forced attack. So she's saying it's not a forced attack. It looks like a forced attack. Is that what? That's what she's saying. Okay. What's the challenge, Speaker Pelosi? The page of the whistleblower. Yes, this is a whistleblower. There's a whistleblower that knows about the status of the safety of our public servants. At the root of this is what? The 8 of Swords, entrapping someone, entrapping someone, like entrapping a public servant. Yes, someone right now working in public service is being entrapped. What's crowning all this, Speaker Pelosi? The King of Wands, Putin. King of Wands showed up. Jared, the 7th house, we the people. there's another Jared connection. Donald has the shared resources, King of Wands, in the 8th house of shared resources. So Jared, 6 of Pentacles, 12th house, hidden enemies, is the signifier of this. Is this Jared's 6 of Pentacles? Yes. Oh, okay. In the past, what happened? They ended, yes, they ended cases. Okay. Which is leading to what? All roads lead to Putin. Ace of Cups. This Ace of Cups is always the idea originating from Putin, sometimes with China's input. Nobody has the Ace of Cups here. That is a very good sign. So she's onto them. How do we see Speaker Pelosi and what she knows about the status of the safety of our public servants? The Knight of Pentacles. She's got people out there who know what's going on with the money. This is not whatever the FBI is related to money, that type of person. Public servant. What's the environment like, Speaker Pelosi? An assault. Weaponizing information against these people to end something. What's the hope, Speaker Pelosi, that you have about their status? To tie this to the Emperor Donald. The fear is what? The 8 of Cups. Either they're going to get away. The fear is there'll be a change in direction. Something changing. And they're going to miss out. That's her fear. Next step, Speaker Pelosi. Oh, hi. Hi there, Speaker Pelosi. How you doing? This Speaker Pelosi? Yes, next steps are her. She's got to make some decisions. Final outcome with all this that you know. What's the final outcome, Speaker Pelosi? Russia. Tied to Russia. Card of the reading, the 6 of Wands, the 6 Wands mob, the shared celebration. So what she knows about the status are the bribes that are coming in from overseas. 6 Wands mob, I'm thinking about MBS. With the Trump campaign, funneling the money. End of a cycle, and here we have the Republican Party having a tower moment. So that's what's related to that. So they're on it. Whatever's on it, going to happen, she knows. She knows. Nothing to worry about. I just got really nervous when I saw that. So you guys, these games are still going on, and this is probably why she's been so quiet this past week. A lot of outrage this past week with her being quiet, and they're not hauling people in to impeach them right away. There's a bigger picture. It always seems like she's got a bigger picture, bigger plan, and acting preemptive or reacting like that would really be problematic to the big fish that they're getting. And you know, last week was not a good week astrological wise to take action. This week, oh yes, it's a very good week to start taking action and taking deliberate step-by-step action, because there's going to be leverage all month long, right through the new moon in Pisces. Okay, so sit tight, just be prepared, strengthen your immune system, wash your hands, take good care of you guys. Okay, thanks, bye. Oh yeah, please like this please like this video, subscribe, check your notifications, make sure that bell is on for all notifications, because people still, until we get out of these crazy ops that are going on with these elections, I think it's going to be like this for a while, because that's when algorithms strike and suppression strikes. Okay, thanks.